J&M Butcher Shop. Trading time, you got her password?
Yeah, J&M Butcher Shop.
That is correct. Go right ahead.
Hi, yes. I wanted to advertise a yard sale for the rest of the week, and we are at 131 Stones Lane. That's just outside Jacksboro.
Okay.
We have some women's clothes, kids' clothes, a couple formal dresses for those young ladies who might need something for prom, informal, military ball, some household items. We have a couple tires, some tools for guys. If they have any questions, they can call me at 423-566-0011 or 865-803-9483. And the yard sale will be from 8 till 6 each day the rest of the week, depending on the weather. And thank you so much. Y'all be safe, and so glad you got everything fixed. Enjoy hearing you.
Well, thank you. Now, is that 131 Stone Lane? Is that correct?
Stones with an S.
Yeah, Stone, S-T-O-N-E.
S.
All right, we got you covered.
All right, thank you much, honey. Y'all be safe.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And let me give you those phone numbers, and you might want to call her to get directions, especially if you're not familiar with that area up there. 423-566-0011. 423-566-0011. And 865-803-9483. 865-803-9483. And that is at 131 Stone Lane. J&M Butcher Shop, that's your password tonight. 483-9228. They're down in Oak Ridge. They're down in Jefferson Circle. That's on the far end of Oak Ridge. Down there, about as far as you can get while there's still any businesses in Oak Ridge. There might be a few scattered out there on down into the west end, but that's about it. That's a nice little shopping center. Well, actually, the little Bruner shopping center is just on the other side of that. So, but I think about everything's closed up in that. I know Bruner's closed, and somebody else come in there and tried to run a store for a while. That apparently didn't work out very well, so they're gone too. Trading time, you got our password.
Yep. It's J&M Butcher Shop in the lower end of Oak Ridge.
Buddy, you right on the money. You got it.
Yes, sir. If I had my way, I'd be down there cutting out a big steak right now.
A big T-bone or, well, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Wouldn't have to be a T-bone, just build a steak, huh?
Just so it's a steak, yeah.
That's right. That's
I have to have the tender part. I can't no longer chew the more sirloin ones. Man, might cook a bit of pressure cooker and be all right. That was tough for me.
You can't gnaw it off the bone like you used to, couldn't you, Wilson?
No. I sure am. Sorry to say that, but that's just the way it is.
Well, that's just what happens, ain't it?
Yeah, after you wear them out, you know.
That's right. That's right.
Can't use them all the time and not wear them out.
That's the
Go down and get them overhauled like everything else.
That's right. That's right. They just last so long, and you got to do something with them, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I've got some good things for just about everybody the rest of this summer.
Wow.
I've got a bunch of swimming pool accessories, hoses, and pumps, filters, swimming pool ladder, and then I've got some little things that lay on top of the water, and you can put your stuff in to, keep it clean and everything. And I've also got a one little turtle that it's probably about 3 foot big around that lays on top of the water. And then there may be some more stuff for that swimming pool. And I'll sell all that stuff like $10 around for the different things, nothing over $10. And even the ladder, $10 for it. It's the kind of ladder that part of it goes inside the pool and the other part sits outside on the ground. And I've also got amnesia, because I can't remember what I was going to tell you. What is it? Goodness gracious. I've got two 45-pound wheel weights to go on the back of a riding lawnmower. They're solid iron or cast iron, but it tells you on it they weigh 45 pounds apiece. So if your lawnmower ain't getting good traction, or a tractor or whatever you got, it'll put 90 more pounds on the rear end of your mower.
Okay.
Or you can put it on the front end in case it rides up with you. And on them, I want $90 for the two of them.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do I got? I've got about 4 or 5 different kind of small wheels. Some of them's 5 lug and some of them's 4 lug. Some of them fits like a go-kart. Some of them fits a golf cart. And let's see. And maybe some of them fits a little trailer. And I've also got a small trailer for like a little pond boat or something like that. It's a very lightweight trailer. It's got a big long tongue on it, but it's still a lightweight trailer for a small boat, or you can carry lumber on it, or whatever you want to carry. And then I've got 2 more. I got one. I got to keep one of them. Little trailer made out of a truck bed, but it's got wooden sides on it to, if you want to go get you a load of mulch, it'd be good for that. And my number, let's see, is 214-06, either 19 or 79. I don't know if you check the trouble. 214-06-19. All right, but I ain't got my glasses on. I have to have glasses. Now, if you're listening, give me a call.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that phone number?
One or the other, 214-0619, or it's 0679. It might be 19.
Well, we'll just give them both, and they can call both of them.
There you go, and they'll get you one of them.
Well, they'll get you, and on one of them, get somebody else on the other. Now they might even be better.
I forgot about that. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. Didn't want to get up from my... What about that? This one pair of glasses, it's got one of the eyeballs missing out of it. You believe that?
Yeah, I believe that.
Oh my goodness gracious. I had a brand new one. I got it over here right here. But that's just the truth. You can't carry one pair of glasses everywhere.
Well, that's right.
And then I used to get 2 pair of glasses. I don't know why I didn't get 1 pair this time. Hey, hold on.
You're going to have to quit walking around there, and you're moving your head or something down there.
It looks like one now. 214-0619.
Okay, so you got it now.
See that J&M book shop was over top of it?
Yeah.
And the J run down on the 1 and made it look like a 7.
Okay, so it's 2.
I have all kinds of trouble.
Buddy, you got all kinds of trouble. 2.
Lord bless you, and I'm still here, so.
All right, buddy, you take care.
Everything's just happy and go lucky.
That's right. You got to stay cool, don't you?
Right. And that way, you see, if anybody wasn't listening then and they are now, they'll know to call me to get accessories to the swimming pool.
That's right.
Cheap prices.
That's right. They'll know now.
And then somebody might still be wanting to put them wheel weights on their big riding lawnmower, keep it from turning over.
They probably will.
Well, you have a good day, and you'll get your radio station's doing fine here.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. You take care of yourself.
Have a good one.
All right. That number, in case you didn't get it, 865-214-0619. Trading Time, you got our password?
Yes, this is Jerry's sister, Betty.
Yeah.
Is it Three Sisters and Produce and More?
No, it's J&M Butcher Shop today, but that's all right. You go right ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. I am in need of a bed frame, one that adjusts, and I am looking for a plastic barrel. And my phone number is 865-410-6757. Thank you.
You're welcome. You take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
865-410-6757. Trading Time, you got our password?
Yes, sir, David. J&M Butcher Shop.
It's exactly what it is. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, David. How are you?
I'm doing good. That boy get anybody to work yet?
No. I tell you what, it's a shame. It's been over 2 weeks I've been putting this on every morning and every night. And but that's what I'm going to do again. My son is needing somebody that likes to mow and weed eat and do landscaping. He can hire either 2 or 3 people. He's needing that many people to work. But I had one phone call from a gentleman in Harriman, and he said it was just too far for him to drive. But if anybody knows anybody that wants to work and that will work, give me a call. And then I have the lady that was just on there before me. I have the metal and the plastic 55-gallon barrels. I also have the plastic and metal 5-gallon buckets. And I have the LED lights. These lights are brand new lights in the box. And my number is 406-5684. David, sure do appreciate Trading Time. Hope you have a nice afternoon.
Thank you, Pat. I hope he gets somebody to work for him, baby.
I do, too, because he really needs somebody. He's got plenty of work. Just can't find nobody that wants to work. Thank you, David.
All right, bud. You take care.
Bye-bye.
See you later. All right, bye-bye. That number is 406-5684. 406-5684. Surely, goodness, there's somebody up there that needs a job, wants a job. I know there's probably plenty of people that needs a job. Getting them to work, that's the next thing. Trading Time, you got a password? All right. 457-1380. 877-711-4005. And J&M Butcher Shop, that is your password. J&M Butcher Shop. Excuse me, I don't normally do that on the air, but I had to have my son bring a Coke up here. My blood sugar dropped really drastically, and it's either do that or you might see me fall off on the floor here. Trading Time, you got our password? Hello?
J&M Butcher Shop.
J&M Butcher Shop, that's it.
I was listening to you talking about drinking the Coke there, and it went blank for a minute.
Yeah, I've got my blood sugars out of whack, and they're giving us some medicine, and if I'm not careful, then it just bottoms out. And I got up here and realized that I was getting in pretty bad shape, so I called him and had him bring me a Coke up. So I can...
Oh, yeah, buddy. You mean he don't even have a Coke machine up there?
Not in this modern station, no. We don't even have no lightning rods, buddy.
He needs them the other day, didn't he?
But I'm telling you, well, I take that back. This stuff is all, it's all grounded.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to take care of it, but when you get a real strike right out there on that big tower.
Well, it's right up on top of that mountain there, too.
Lord Jim. Yeah.
It's just sticking up there for the lightning to hit it, ain't it?
Buddy, it is. It's right here for the taking, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm glad to see you doing a little better there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good.
And everything. And, David, I've got a Husky Bonner rear-time rototiller. And the man, he don't live far from me, and he bought that thing new a few years ago, and he ain't run it in a couple of years because due to sickness, he had a hip transplant and everything. He's had a pretty rough time, so he can't use it no more. So I got it from him, and it needs checked out. But it's a real good looking rototiller there, and he said it run good the last time he run it. I'll take $225 for it. It's got the big knobby tires on it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There. And also, I've got my 46 Dodge car. It's black, original, got new brakes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my phone number is 435-6855.
All right, 865-435-6855.
Yeah, he had Wilson there a while ago. He's hanging in there.
Oh, yeah, Wilson doing good, ain't he?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. It's good to hear these old boys getting on there and everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been a little slow. A lot of times it's slow when we get first started out here, and then it kind of picks up, you know.
Oh, yeah, it'll start picking up now.
Yeah.
I'll get off here and let somebody else get on there, David. I appreciate you, buddy. It's one of my favorite days of the week, hitting Wednesday.
Oh, I appreciate it. You're going to have to come up and get together here pretty soon.
Yeah, we will do that now. Starting to, you know, a lot of people getting their shots and everything, be a little bit better. And
oh, yeah.
At least it might keep us out of the hospital if we did get it, you know.
I hope so.
That's our hope anyway, but we still got to keep playing safe.
You're right. You sure do.
All right, David. Have a good one, sir.
All right, buddy. You take care. Bye-bye. All righty, and again, J&M Butcher Shop. That's your password. And they're located at 42 North Jefferson Circle down in Oak Ridge. That's down on the far end of Oak Ridge. Their phone number is 483-9228. 483-9228. J&M Butcher Shop. Actually, they got a website, but now, and some people do this. I don't, but you might want to look them up on your website, and you might find out something I'm not telling you. They're open 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday. They're down at 42 North Jefferson Circle, but jnmbutchershop.com if you want to do that. jnmbutchershop.com. So that ought to give you all the information that you need. They might even bring it home and help you cook it. I don't know about that. Them really nice people down there. It's been a long time since I've been in there, but they are super, super nice people. Trading time, you got our password.
Dan Butcher Shop.
That is it. Go right ahead.
I've got a 1957 Tennessee car tag. It's in good shape. If anybody's interested, I'd be interested in selling it. Just give me a call. I'll give you some details. Okay. 865-659-7060.
All right, 865-659-7060. What was it? 60? 60. All right, yes, 7060.
Thank you.
All right, we got you, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right, 457-1380. And J&M Butcher Shop, their number is 483-9228. Trading time, you got our password.
J&M Butcher Shop.
That's exactly right. Go right ahead.
Thank you, David. I'm going to send somebody to the lake.
Oh, okay.
Old bass boat I need to get rid of. It's got a 50 Johnson on it. Boat motor and trailer. Trolling motor, the whole bit. It needs some work, but it's decent shape fiberglass. I've got a 6 horsepower Evinrude outboard. It's been in storage quite a few years, so it's not been used a lot. But it's in pretty good shape. And I've got 2 old boat motors, 5.5 maroon and a 5.5 green Johnson outboard. They're probably back in the 50s at least. And the motor itself is bad, but there's a lot of good parts on it if somebody's needing something for an old motor like that. And I'm at South Clinton. I'm at 463-8907.
All right, 865-463-8907.
Thank you, David.
Bill, is that boat that's sitting up there now, the carport?
Yep.
That's a good looking old boat, ain't it?
It catches a lot. I hope I didn't caught some new fish that it's fished out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good old boat.
Yeah, I'd say it is. I know a guy that probably interested in it. I'll call him and tell him, because I think I'd asked you about it one time before.
Yeah.
Way back, when I was over and got that stuff.
Right.
All right, Bill. Everything else going all right, buddy?
Everything's going wonderful, David.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Glad you're doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I am doing fine. Did you sell your dad's house there?
Yeah, we did. Sold it to the neighbor below Mom and Dad's house. Sold it to her sister. She got two sisters living next to each other, and a great young couple, and tickled to death to have them in the neighborhood. We couldn't have found better neighbors.
Well, I'm glad. I was hoping somebody like that would get that house.
Yeah, they're just super good neighbors. I'm proud of them. Proud to have them as neighbors.
Well, that's good. And I'm sure your mom and dad be glad somebody like that got their house.
Yeah, they might have been surprised what it went for, though, considering what they paid for it in 47.
I bet. I bet it's a few more $100 than what they paid for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a couple,
Yeah, I bet it was. They was there for a long time, wasn't they?
Yeah, about 70 years.
70 years. My goodness alive. Isn't that something?
I reckon so. Me and my wife's working on 50 now.
Lord, how's that woman put up with you that long?
Well, when you marry a saint, you don't have any problems.
I bet she don't say that.
Well, maybe it's me that should say that.
Well, maybe. I might agree with that, Bill.
I appreciate anybody call. Like I say, we're over in South Clinton, and we're ready to deal.
All right. That number is 463-8907.
Yep. And I thank you, David.
See you, Bill. Take care, buddy.
Hey, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, baby.
Trading time. You got her password?
It's J&M Butcher Shop.
That's it. Go right ahead.
Could you give me Bob's phone number?
Well, I sure can. It's 435 6855.
6855.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, David.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All righty. And our number here is 457-1380. Or if that don't suit you, if you're outside this area where that won't work, we got a toll-free number, and it's 877-711-4005. And somebody was asking me the other day, I drove a tractor trailer truck for a little while, and we talked about a little bit, I guess, on Country Connection and different things. And somebody was asking me what a Georgia overdrive was on the truck. Well, there ain't no such thing as a Georgia overdrive. They sing about that. They talk about a Georgia overdrive. But what they're actually talking about is throwing the truck out of gear and letting it run free-wheeling. And ain't nobody would do that. There's no truck driver would do that, because once you take it out of gear, you ain't getting it back in there. That's just all there is to it. That's just a recipe for disaster. You're going to kill yourself and kill a bunch of other people if you ever take that truck out of gear, because the weight behind you and all like that, I don't care if you do have a synchronized transmission, it still will not go back in gear. So, but that's what a Georgia overdrive is. It's no gears at all. Trading time, you got our password?
J&M Butcher Shop.
That's it. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I got two riding lawnmowers for sale. I got a John Deere with a 17-horse engine, 42-inch cut. I got a Murray with a 12.5 horse, I think it is. It's just a 40-inch cut. Handles real easy because it's kind of light. And they run good and cut good. But my phone number is 865-441-5825. And I thank you.
You are more than welcome. That's 865-441-5825.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got you covered.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Trading time, you got our password?
Yeah, Davis Jim, but just...
It sure is. How you doing, Nick?
All right, you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You keeping old Jay in line?
I'm doing.
Well, good. I'm glad. Somebody has to do it. It's a tough job, but I know you can do it, buddy. Did he come to church last Sunday? Yesterday?
Yeah, he did.
Did he? Did he cause any kind of disturbance while he was there?
No.
Yeah. I guess it's because you was there and kept him calmed down, wasn't it?
Probably was, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. How's your grandpa today?
He's doing okay.
Doing good. Did you get your shot, buddy?
I got my first one. I'll go back and get my next one Thursday, the 29th.
Oh, okay. Did your papa get one?
Yeah, he got his.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you got it. I think that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Me too.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe that'll keep us from getting too sick with that if we do take it. You reckon?
Maybe. I hope so.
I do too. Well, buddy, you take care of yourself, and thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Hi, David. Sure.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. That's Nick down in Oak Ridge. He's Jay's good friend. I'm sure Jay's told you the story about how he found his church. Nick called him like he calls us, and I mean he's friends with everybody here at the radio station, and he would call Jay when Jay first came, which has been about 3 years ago now or something like that. Jay was looking for a church, and he'd been several different churches, and just hadn't found what felt good to him or felt right. But anyway, Nick kept inviting him to his church, and Jay kept telling him, yeah, I'll come. So eventually he did, and turned out to be just a perfect fit for Jay and his family. They were there at that church and been there for all this time now. And of course, Jay feels like that God put Nick in his life for that purpose, so that he could direct him and guide him to a church that his family would be happy in and that they could grow spiritually in. So you never know, do you? You don't know when you're talking to people what kind of influence that you're having on them and they're having on you. It's just a two-way street. It works both ways on that. J&M Butcher Shop, that's your password. They're located at 42 North Jefferson Circle. They're living down in Oak Ridge, 37830. That's their zip code down there, and 483-9228 is their phone number. And speaking of truck drivers, old Luke Hall down there in Oliver Springs, and I have a lot of respect for Luke Hall. He's one of these guys that I've known him for a long time, and I just have a lot of respect for Luke. He's always been just a straight-up guy, a hard-working guy. He started out driving a truck, them old trucks way back, and wasn't no sleeper cabs on them or nothing like that. And he'd take those long trips up north and up on the East Coast and places like that, and actually sleep in the cab of the truck and make him a bed across the front seat and a spare tire. He carried a spare tire, which is a good idea, especially back in those days. And he'd make a bed across that spare tire in his driver's seat. And he did that for a good long while. But Luke Hall is a guy that hard work and being honest and serving the Lord paid off for him. He's been very successful in life, and he's just a super, super good guy. Like I said, I've got a lot of respect for Luke Hall. I've known him a long time, and had some business dealings with him way back, and just could not ask for somebody to be any better of a person than what he is. J&M Butcher Shop, 42 North Jefferson Circle in Oak Ridge. Their phone number is 483-9228.
You are listening to WYSH in Clinton and WQLA in La Follette. This has been the simulcast of the WBIR Channel 10 News, heard each weekday at 5 a.m. and 12 noon.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? Now you know what you're listening to. I have no idea how to make that thing do anything other than that right there. I think Jake kind of figured it out the other day when he was up here. And, of course, now, Ron, they know how to do it because they programmed it in there. And so they know. But that just looked like Chinese writing up there to me. And I'm not really sure what to do with it other than just that one thing. Let's do it over and over and over, I guess. The J&M Butcher Shop. That's your password. 42 North Jefferson Circle. 483-9228. And we're just, we still got quite a long time to go here. So, and it seemed like it's awful slow today for some reason. Does everybody just quit trading or something like that? I don't know. Maybe so. Can't be. You know, you got some stuff to sell. Maybe Wilson needs to call back in and put some more of his stuff on. Because he's got stuff. Now, I promise you, he could put the whole hour on if he wanted to. Because Wilson has got stuff. There's no question about that. He got plenty of it. If he don't have it, you probably don't need it. And if he don't have it, you probably wouldn't know what it was anyway. So, if you ever need anything at all, call Wilson. He's probably got it. If he ain't got it, Jason probably has. I know Jason's got a bunch of stuff out there. Got a barn full of stuff. And a shed full of stuff. I don't know what else out there, but he's got all kinds of stuff. And Jason mows my sister's yard up there. And I won't tell you what he charges her for it, but I don't want everybody in Anderson County to be calling him to try to get him to mow her yard. He does a good job, and he keeps looks like Graceland around her house up there. He does a good job on that. I think he bought a lawnmower from Pat. Pat Lane had a lawnmower he was going to sell, and I think Jason got that. He wore one out mowing for other people. Probably didn't get nothing out of it. But anyway, I tell you what, we can go back over some of this stuff here. I'm surprised we're not getting any calls. That don't make much sense. But anyway, you want me to tell you again what Wilson's got? I don't think I'll do that. But there's a 42-inch riding lawnmower. And there was a Murray 12.5 horsepower. 865-441-5825. Surely somebody needs a lawnmower. I guess you would. Your grass is going to be growing. Bob's got that Dodge car. Now, I'll tell you what, that's an original car down there, that 46 Dodge that he's got. If you want a really nice old car, call Bob at 435-6855. Trading time, you got a password?
Yeah, people do. It's J&M Butcher Shop.
That's exactly what it is. Go right ahead.
How you doing, Dave?
Buddy, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm good to hear that. My nephew, he's looking for some front end parts for a 98 F-150. It's XLT model, and he needs a bumper and grill part. And I give you his phone number, and let them people call him. He's looking for it, he's real bad. Don't want no outrageous stuff. I mean, he can go buy new stuff for them prices. I just figured somebody out there might have one that jumped out or something. It's got some good parts on it. And his number is 978-9694. And if you don't get an anchor, please leave him a message, because he will not answer unless you leave a message. His name's Scotty.
It's Scotty, and that phone number is 978-9694.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. Hey, are you going with Gary this weekend to eat them biscuits and gravy? He said he invited a whole bunch of people to go up there.
I don't, but he didn't invite me.
He didn't.
No.
Well, he told Reba, he said that he's going to bring everybody up there, you and a whole bunch of others.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I've been invited and didn't know it then.
She told him to go ahead and bring them up.
Well, Miss Reba wouldn't care.
I don't know if he was joking or what, but...
Well, I don't know. I'd say he's joking.
Never had a gravy, so...
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know about that. I'll have to check into that.
Yeah, I thought I'd let you know. You can say something to him about it.
Buddy, I will. He better have me included in if he's going to do that.
Okay, Dave. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, buddy. You take care. All right, bye-bye. All righty. Well, I didn't know about that. Jay might be trying to slip off up there and get biscuits and gravy and not let me know about it. That guy's number right there, if you happen to have those truck parts for that 98 F-150, 865-978-9694. 978-9694. Miss Reba makes good biscuits. I know that for a fact. And Jay's been up there several times. And they actually brought him some biscuits down here one time. I think her son did. Well, maybe Miss Reba did too. I'm not sure, but I know her son came out there. But Jay's been up there at the house, took his family up there, and he likes those biscuits, Miss Reba's, that's for sure. I think he talks about that a lot. As a matter of fact, he was talking about that when he come out from under the anesthesia, when he had these kidneys took out. That's what he was talking about when he started waking up. He was talking about Miss Reba's biscuits. And as a matter of fact, he called me while he was still under the influence of all that stuff. And Lord, he just kept going on. And he was talking about that they took 2 liters of Mountain Dew out of his kidney. And he wasn't kidding either. He thought they took 2 liters of Mountain Dew out of his kidney. And he was talking about Miss Reba's biscuits while he was made me promise I wouldn't go up there. That time he made me promise I wouldn't go up there and get none while he was sick. Of course, when he woke up and realized what he's doing, I think he's pretty embarrassed about all that. But he was that's what he was talking about. So it must have been a whole lot to him. Them biscuits must have. 457-1380 and 877-711-4005. J&M Butcher Shop. That's your password. Trading time, you got a password?
Yeah, sure do, baby. J&M Butcher Shop.
Go right ahead.
All right, now you talking about biscuit, buddy. I ain't had a decent biscuit since those mild birds over on New River passed away and Hasty Lassie shut their restaurant down. I ain't had a decent biscuit since then.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what, Hasty and Lassie can make good biscuits, couldn't they?
But you better believe it. I mean, that's what they was known for.
They was not just known around here. They was known all over the country. They went on Johnny Carson's show, you know. And
well, believe it or not, I still got on tape where they was on there that night. I still got that. My mom taped it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, I know there's a lot of ammunition out there right now that people can't find. I brought a little old 25. It really ain't that popular of a gun. But I can't find no ammo for a 25 no more.
Now, it's hard to find ammo for anything at a 22 or 25 or...
If anybody's got some out there, if they don't want armed leg and half a dozen too, I'd be willing to get it. My number, I live in town, 206-2758.
206-275. Is this Johnny?
No, this is Cousin David.
Oh, it's David. Okay. I know there's one of y'all. I didn't know which one it was.
And hey, if you find anybody makes good biscuits anymore, call me and let me know. I'll buy them if I have to.
All right, David. I'll do it, buddy. It's good to talk to you.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Trading time. You got a password?
Yeah, it's J&M Butcher Shop.
That's it. Go right ahead.
Hey, David, I just found 4 keys laying in the road. I don't really have anything to sell, but it's important to whoever lost them. Up at where Miller Road turns off of Charles Severs up towards Anderson County High School.
Okay, yeah.
They've built 8 or 10, 12 new houses right there, and right where that road turns into Miller Road, I found 4 keys. 2 of them have a K on them, like for maybe a Kawasaki or something, and then one of them has Brinks on it, and then there's another one that looks like it's a master lock key. So anyhow, if anybody's out there listening, my number is 254-7762, and I've seen them in the road and picked them up. I should just left them lay there, but anyhow, I've got them.
Well, no, that was right. You think you done the right thing, pick them up, because they would have. There's no telling what to happen to them if you hadn't. And sure.
Yeah, well, I thought I might drive by there and see somebody with a trailer and, something with a K on it one day, because I'm by there all the time, and that way I'll have their keys. So.
Right, absolutely. All righty, that number is 865-254-7762.
Yes, sir. That's it. Thanks, David.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All righty, so if you've lost any keys up there on Charles Severs Boulevard, and they're at where Miller Road cuts off of it, call that guy. He's got them. 254-7762. 254-7762. Our number here is 457-1380. And your password is J&M Butcher Shop. They're located at 42 North Jefferson Circle. They used to advertise on here all the time, but then hadn't heard from them in a little while, and then they've come back now, which we're glad of that. Their number is 483-9228. 483-9228. They've been down there for a long time. J&M Butcher Shop. Maybe one of these days we will get this thing put back together here, and lightning do a lot of damage. I don't know how many thousands of dollars worth of damage it done this time, but one time before, the time that I was in here when it hit, I think it done about $20,000 worth of damage to this board that I'm sitting in front of, and this tower over to my left. Come off of that tower, come down and come into that tower, and it hit this computer up here, and then fed back into this board here. Sounded like a case of dynamite went off inside this old studio here that day. So I don't think there's anybody here when it hit this last time. Jay had just left here. It was a real bad storm. It was on a Saturday morning, and he had just left. And he probably hadn't been gone just a few minutes, because the storm was kind of a fast-moving storm that moved over pretty quick. So he couldn't have been out of here very long when it hit. But these towers get hit all the time out here. That's not unusual for them to get hit with lightning. That happens a lot. But when you get one of those big bolts of lightning that hit it, there's no telling how many millions of volts that is. And it can do some real damage then. But as a general rule, it hits those towers out there, and it just grounds out and goes into the ground, and that's the end of that. Them towers out there, they're actually sitting on a big rubber thing to kind of give them some leeway, moving back and forth a little bit. But it also, that's an insulator, but there's also some big, as big as my arm, cables that comes off that tower that's buried down into the ground. They go down into the ground, or I don't know how, there's no telling how far down in there they have got them, so that it would ground things out, so it won't come in here on this equipment. But once in a while, like that Saturday, it's just too much. It's just too big of a bolt of lightning, and all that stuff won't handle it, so it comes on in here. But it's not an unusual thing that those towers get hit. They get hit all the time. We go out there and you see birds that's been electrocuted after a storm, and of course birds fly into that a lot too. I hate to see that happen, but they do, especially at night. they can't see that tower, and they fly into it or fly into the cables. There's a lot of cables that holds those things up out there. And then every once in a while, the light goes out up on top of it, and they got a guy that comes up here and climbs up there, puts that light back in there, and I don't know. He's got a lot more nerve than I have. I've seen him go up there a time or two, and those towers are I'm not really sure what the footage is on those things, but they're pretty daggone high, I'll tell you. And they sway. When you get up to the top, they're not just solid. They sway back and forth a little bit. 457-1380 or 877-714-005. And J&M Butcher Shop, that is your password. They're located down in Oak Ridge. We have still got about 10 minutes, so we just need to sell some stuff here. We could sell a lot of stuff in the next 10 minutes. So surely to goodness, somebody's got something to sell. It have to be. Because I don't want to have to try to make up some stories and things. Some of these people just talk, and and they got a lot of stuff to tell you, lots of stories, but I'm afraid mine are too boring. You wouldn't want to hear my life stories. They're not very exciting. I will tell you this, though. Danny Hutchins just came back from Nashville. He lives in Oak Ridge. He worked for Charlie Pride for 44 years. And all last week, he was in Nashville. They was cutting a tribute TV show to Charlie Pride, and they had some of the biggest artists in the business that was there. I know Garth Brooks was there, and Alan Jackson, Tanya Tucker, and I don't remember. There was about 8 or 10 or 12 of them. One that's kind of surprised me that they had doing one of Charlie's songs was Gladys Knight. If you remember Gladys Knight and the Pips, they actually had her there. So I was a little surprised about that. I think Daddy Hutchins was a little surprised about that too. But apparently she and Charlie Pride were good friends, and she requested it and wanted to be a part of that show. I don't think it'll be on until probably in September or October, but you want to watch for that. It's going to be a big show. Probably about a 2-hour special on Charlie Pride. And it's almost anything on Charlie would be interesting. Charlie was such a nice guy that it's such a shame, and he took this COVID thing, and within about 2 weeks, he was dead. And of course, he got the best of care that anybody could get. There's no way that you could have got better care than what Charlie got. But he just could not overcome it. And he didn't have any underlying medical problems either. He was perfectly healthy. Trading time, you got her password?
Yeah, same as, hope you ain't changed it, J&M Butcher Shop.
No, we changed it, buddy. You'll have to call back.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I think that number you changed it to was the Three Sisters.
Oh, well, all right. I'll just take it. I mean, just take J&M Butcher Shop. How's that?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
Hey, I had something else for you I wanted to put on. I've got a set of license plate holders. They're made a little unusual. They come off of a 1951 Ford. And I've also got a 72 Tennessee, Anderson County. I don't know if it's Anderson County or not. This is a 72-year model tag. It's got the little picture of Tennessee, a little outline of Tennessee up the top of it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good tag. And I've got a couple of more little license plates. And the same phone number that I called a while ago is goodness, I gotta look it up. Put my glasses back on. 214. It's the area code 865. 214-0619.
I was just checking to see if you had the right number, because I'm looking at what you told me a while ago, and you identified it correctly.
Yeah.
I thought it was BR549, but...
Oh, my goodness. The Junior Sample would get mad at me if I used that.
Buddy, he would, wouldn't he?
He sure would.
Well, I appreciate you calling back. I'm having a hard time struggling here tonight. I was going to fix and read all your stuff back over to him again. I told him...
You know that everybody's out fishing, don't you?
I guess they are.
I mean, it's been such a beautiful day. There ain't nobody can stay in the house.
Well, and that is the truth. I agree with you on that. It is a pretty day, ain't it? Been nice. Been a real nice.
Yeah, everybody, if you ain't got a fishing boat, you need to be getting you one.
Well, you got a boat or two, ain't you?
4 or 5 rod and reels.
Yeah.
And get your Tennessee fishing license.
Yeah, you better get them licenses.
Get out and wear it out.
That's right. Well, you got a boat or two, ain't you?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
And my boys I got rid of mine, but my boys got one.
Oh, okay.
He's just for sale.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's got 2 or 3 motors, too.
Well, there you go. Where's he?
Evan, if you're listening, you call back. His phone went dead in a whack, and I just about it charged up about 5%. I thought I'd tell him that. Plus them license plate holders. These people have a hard time finding the holders for them license plates. These is pretty nice holders.
Couldn't say it.
Hey, I'll see you, and you have a good night, and thank you.
All right, Wilson. Take care of yourself, buddy. All right. Well, that'll help kill a little bit of time anyway. He's had those license plates. They'll come off the 1951 Ford. And he got a 72 Tennessee license plate. 214-0619. That's his phone number. It is 6:56, so it's about time to get wound up here again. Don't forget about on Saturday mornings that Jay Carter comes in and does his show from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And then, of course, trading time, and then Shawlock Bluegrass picks after that. Jay really does have a good show. I usually listen to it. I seldom ever miss it. I get up and listen to it, and I don't particularly like getting up. I usually get up at that time every morning throughout the week, but Saturdays and Sundays I sometimes would sleep in a little bit if I could. But I get up and listen to Jay because he plays stuff that you haven't heard just time after time after time after time on the radio. I really get burned out with that. Pretty much with radio anymore, you can set your watch by what's going to come on at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock every day, same thing, over and over and over. And I just don't get it. It's hard to understand. But there are program directors, and they're the ones that decide what you're going to listen to. And if you don't listen to it, well, I guess it hurts their feelings and makes them mad. I don't know what to do. But anyway, they decide for you. And that's one of the things about Jay's program. You can decide what you want to listen to because you can call him and tell him what you want to hear, and he'll play it for you. Because he has all that music that he brings in here with him. And if he don't have it, he'll get it. Actually, I've seen him go and buy stuff. If somebody would request something he didn't have, then he would go out the next week, go to a record shop or pull it off the computer. And some of that stuff you had to pay for so that he would have it. So tune in on Saturday mornings here for Jay Carter. And then, of course, tomorrow, Scarlett will be here. Then I'll be back on Wednesday. Scarlett will be here on Thursday. Pat Burrell will be here on Friday. And, of course, every morning you got generally have Ron Meredith here for trading time. It lasts from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock every morning. So you got all kinds of opportunities to sell stuff here on WYSH. Trading Time's been on here for a long time. This is it is the longest running program on here on WYSH. There's another radio station down in Lenore City that went into business about 10 years before WYSH did. WYSH went on the air in 1960. And it was Jim Steyer and his first